man, that is pretty cool over there. See that? They have tires so you can flip and barrels and stuff. That's the gym right in there. I'm gonna go in 1 second. Good morning, guys, and welcome to yet another episode of the CreateU Experience. So today we're gonna be joined by Dylan Armbrust, the owner of Armbrust Pro Gym here in Denver, Colorado. Now this is a very, very unique gym, a different gym than the majority around the United States. This is called the Mecca of the Midwest, you could say. So we're gonna jump on in there, we're gonna check out Dylan, check in with him, and then we're gonna hop on the podcast and really dive into not only a story, but the strategies and structures you can take from what he's gone through so that you can bring your vision to life. So let's jump in there. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Here we are. Ooh. Dylan, what's up, man? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So, I'm very interested in like what's going on here. Wow. So you have like a bunch of construction. What's going on?
Building a new. I'll show you here because there's a picture.
Yeah, let me see.
Building a new front end here. So that's what's going in.
Oh wow! Wow.
All this.
And so what is this? Is this going to be like a shop or?
Yeah, this is be all the shopping.
Yeah,
store.
Let's check it out.
There'll be shelves for.
Oh wow.
And then eventually, you know, we'll have a upstairs here too for some.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh wow, that's really cool. Yeah.
Recovery stuff like that.
Right. So today, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get into a workout.
Catch a little workout. Got a few clients coming in that have lost a ton of weight.
Yeah.
Excited for you to meet them. Like 100 pounds, lots of weight.
Really?
So show you that this gym just isn't about bodybuilders. It's about people having their own personal goals and accomplishing them. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so this is something very, very interesting about Dylan is that he still trains people.
Yeah.
And he owns a gym. It's the Mecca here.
The Mecca in Colorado, yeah.
And you still train people.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's great.
And so what makes you want to do that? What makes you want to have someone lose 100 pounds, but also other accomplishments with some other athletes that you've coached, right?
Just knowing I have the knowledge to be able to do it and help somebody, really. It's like there's so many. What comes easy for me or what comes easy for somebody else may not be easy for some people out there. So if you can like pass that knowledge off and help them out, why not? So
right.
And it's great when you see yourself able to change lives in such positive ways. So.
Yeah, sweet. Well, let's get into it. Dylan, shoulders?
Shoulders.
Let's do it.
Would you stop your guns if I had you on my side?
People always ask me, how do I build a gym like this? What's the plan? And like there was never any plan. It was passion of like I just want to build the most badass gym for me and my friends to work out in, and I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna make this happen.
So this is your offices?
Yeah, whatever happens beyond these doors I'm not responsible.
Yeah.
So we have offices, we have trainers, we have physical therapists, chiropractors, and then at the very end of the hall we have FitMD, which is a hormone therapy clinic. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So what makes you want to have chiropractors and physical therapists, and why would you recommend it for anybody that's trying to open up a gym?
Yeah, massage therapy. Well, just because it's like a one-stop shop. So
Yeah.
if you can go somewhere and not have to drive across town to get to the other place. It's all about convenience now with traffic and transportation. So the more you can put under one roof, the more you're helping more people.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Your head's not into it.
This is the office with the aroma of diet food and dieters.
So so this is the man. This is the.
Wasn't expecting a camera to come.
Brendan.
Right?
Shooting a little documentary.
What's
and
up, man?
Podcast.
What's up? How are
Good,
you?
how are you, buddy?
I'm guessing you're a bodybuilder.
I am a bodybuilder. I am a bodybuilder.
Welcome to Pro Gym Armbrust. How many members do you guys have here?
We have just over 1,600 right now.
1,600. That's not bad.
It's not a bad membership base for just a
Yeah.
mom and pop gym.
A little bit. And so, what type of training would you say is here mainly for?
I would say, strength training more than anything, bodybuilding. We're not all bodybuilding. We do a lot of group fitness.
You do.
You'd be surprised if you stay here from open to close how many different types of workouts you see go through this gym. So quite a bit. We have NFL players, baseball players, bodybuilders. We have the everyday normal people, people that are losing weight, people that are athletes. So just a wide variety.
Cool.
They all come here because we're known as a real just genuine old school weightlifting gym.
Yeah.
There's tons of equipment and tons of weights like you've seen. So
All right, brother.
Thanks.
See you soon. All right, so there you have it. That is the experience of Armbrust Pro Gym here in Denver, Colorado. Now we're gonna hop over to the podcast, dig deep into some of the strategies that Dylan uses to build this business, and also to take what he had as a goal or as a dream from absolutely nothing to where he is now and beyond. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Hey, my name is Brendan Myers, and welcome to the CreateU Experience, where we ignite your breakthrough, create your experience, and bring your vision to life.
I can't sit around and wait till it goes right, cause I've been hopping over obstacles my whole life. I got a vision and I know it's about to take flight. I'm dedicated to growth, I keep my mind right. I fell down, got up, I'm unbreakable. Anything in my way, I'ma break through. Lights, camera, action, take two. Can't worry about what they do, you gotta create you.
All right, so I'd like to welcome Dylan Armbrust, the owner of Armbrust Pro Gym here in Denver, Colorado. Dylan, I don't even want to give an entire intro because we want to just sit down and learn from you and hear your story a little bit more and talk over some strategies and structures of how you became so successful with your gym and also training some clients that you have and talk about the visions and what you want to create in your life. And so I want to welcome you. Say hello, say what's up.
hey, Brennan, thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be here. We can talk about whatever you want. I'm almost lost for words. I'm so excited. It's pretty exciting.
So anyone that's listening to this on audio, YouTube, just want to start off by saying welcome to the CreateU Experience, where we bring you an experience. We talk about strategies, talk about structures, but we also dive into visions that maybe the guest, Dylan in this case, or myself have never talked about before, and go deep, go unfiltered. That's important, right?
Definitely. Unfiltered, the way it should be.
Right. It's all in. So, we're going to be diving into that. And before you do anything, remember when you review the podcast on iTunes, I give you 7 incredible products: the ABBA program, Shred Fast, meal plans, all of the whole 9 yards, teach you how to build your business, all for just a review on iTunes. So definitely go check that out. Now, before we get into this, if you have not checked it out on YouTube, we do have the YouTube Experience. So what did we do this morning, Dylan? So we kind of dove into the background of the gym just slightly, and then we moved a little bit into like who you are as a person and why you do what you do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and so the main reason why I wanted Dylan to join us is because he has an incredible story, and beyond that, he has an incredible vision, and you took what you wanted and you brought it to life.
Yeah, it was kind of like almost a huge mistake, but not a mistake. It's something I always envisioned, something I always dreamed about, but something I, at the time of my life never thought was possible because I was young and, just the world's so big at that time. So
right. And so you took a stand for yourself, and you've been, and you could see on the screen here for everyone that's on audio here on YouTube on the screen. I mean, there's a video here 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
Yeah.
and I mean, that's a long time. And so you've been owning a gym for a very long while. And not only that, but some of the most incredible bodybuilders to ever live have trained in this gym.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. Some of the greatest bodybuilders, a lot of great athletes in their own, just not necessarily bodybuilding. And really, that the biggest surprise was just the day-to-day stories of people you really don't know, which are really cool in itself.
Yeah. And so one of the most well-known people that you have in your gym is Phil Heath.
Phil Heath, yes.
Yeah, and you see here on YouTube here, we're on the screen, we're showing Phil Heath motivation at Armbrust Pro Gym. This is in 2011.
Yeah.
And this is when he started winning.
Yeah, he started winning. He started winning a long time ago in my book,
Right,
'cause
right.
I was able to see him the first time he stepped on stage.
Wow.
Before any bodybuilding
Yeah.
fan, but I knew he'd be special back then.
And so why did you see something in him? But more importantly, why do you see so much in other people? And why do you see so much in your vision and believe in so much?
That's a good question, Brendan. I'm not so sure, but like when I see things, I just automatically always take it to the next level. Like, if I see something that I know is talent, I'm like, oh, wow, this person's going to be gifted in this or in that or what. But I'm pretty good at, figuring things out and learning about people pretty quickly.
Right. And so why does that make you like where does that come from? What part of you?
I don't know. Maybe we could figure it out today.
Yeah, we are going to figure it out today. And that's what CreateU is all about. It's bringing
Right.
visions to life, because I believe that you actually have more than just the Armbrust Pro Gym. And I'm not saying just as in like, hey, it's not that big. That's a massive accomplishment. I mean, you have thousands of members. You have people that are walking in every single day that want to just come to the Mecca of Denver, of
Right.
Colorado. So let's go back. Let's go back to when you first started,
Okay.
before you even started the gym.
Okay.
When you were a kid, did you come from a wealthy family? Like, were you in the right scenario? Like, where does Dylan come from?
It's funny. I grew up in a family of 4 children. I had an older sister and 2 younger brothers. Single mother. Not much money. We ate real fast at the food table because it was like whoever eat the most first got the most. But
Right.
it was mother was alcoholic growing up. She passed away about 11 years ago, right when I opened the gym from alcoholism.
Sorry to hear
So I've had a and it's everybody has their own paths, but it's my passion for weightlifting started back in the 80s watching the Arnold movies and stuff in the Stallone movies, and that's when I knew I wanted what I wanted to do.
Right. And so did your mother have a big part in this gym?
No, nothing at all. She we honestly when she passed, we lived 5-10 minutes away from each other, but we'd probably only see each other like 3 times a year just because she was dealing with alcoholism, and I was busy being a young entrepreneur.
Right.
So it's just the way it happened.
Well, if you don't mind, I kind of want to get into that.
Sure.
Because I believe, even from my past experiences, I have certain things with my brother that hurt me.
Right.
That really hurt me in my life.
Yeah.
And I was bullied my entire life.
Yeah.
And so everyone has something that kind of holds them back.
Yeah.
Because we don't deal with it. We don't want to go there.
Right.
So, I actually believe that your mom has a way bigger hand in what you've created.
Probably so, being you talk about it. It was my mother was an aerobics instructor. She was, she's a very pretty woman. I don't think she really, she wanted kids, but I'm not sure how she, just going about raising us all 4. It was kind of like, wow, you got 4 kids, and I learned a lot about.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work for a single mother. So
Oh yeah, and it comes quick.
it comes real quick.
And I think you show up for so many people because of that experience.
Could be, yeah. Run a, not a huge business, but it's a big business in itself, and it's there's a lot of people to take care of in there. So
Right, and so
be accountable.
and that accountability that you bring,
Mm-hmm.
and that love that you bring for everyone around you. Because I walked into this gym, and immediately I felt comfortable. Like the GM, I met the GM there, And you said that you gave her the office, like the bigger office, like the really nice office that, and like, I know it may sound like funny or small or whatever, but I see a lot of value in that.
Yeah.
I see a lot of passion in that.
Well, you gotta figure out, you can't go through life alone. Really, at the end of the day, all you can depend on is yourself. But the good people around you, you need to take care of them, And I've just learned that taking care of the few people that have showed up in my life that are genuine, it's important for me to make sure that they understand that they're important to me and I appreciate them.
So I'm gonna tap back into the mom thing, because of course you love your mom, right?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And there's a lot there that you showing up for people and showing that they're important may come from your own pains, may come from those own points in your life,
right? That
were like pivotal. Maybe you were interested in something. Your mom was like, "Oh no, Dylan, like no, just that's a waste," or no, this isn't important, or whatever it is. It was coming out of love. She wanted the best for you, but maybe you were shut down in a certain way, or maybe you felt like you couldn't be yourself in a certain way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of things when I was younger. I really wanted to join the military when I was younger, and my mom, of course, was like, "You don't want to do this." Kept me from doing that.
Right.
A lot of times I wanted to step out of the box and be like, "All right, I'm going to be a big boy now." I kind of got talked out of doing that.
Wow.
So,
And so what does the military mean to you? Because that never was lost.
no.
I want to put that out there, that being that wanting to be in the military carries over with you in your entire life and your vision and what you've created.
Right.
So what does it mean to you now?
I look back and I look at how everything came to be, and I wouldn't change my life for anything, because I'm very happy with where I'm at. I got good people around me. I got a good business. I got 2 great kids. So I wouldn't want to change anything to get to this point where I am now. But, being able to go to the military and grow up and a little bit faster, learn some faster responsibilities, and see the world, I'd probably go back and do that.
So you just said see the world.
Yes.
A lot of people want to see the world. Isn't that the truth?
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to see the whole world. I want to see what it has to offer. I want to see every little bit of it.
Why?
That's my favorite
Why?
thing is traveling, because it's the unexpected.
There it is.
It's the unexpected.
And that's what CreateU is all about.
Yes.
That's what bringing your vision is all about, is the unexpected. I talk about this all the time. I moved to Denver from Colorado, not from Colorado to Denver. I moved from California to Denver, but before that, I moved from Florida to California. That's 3,000 miles away.
That's a long move.
That's a lot of uniqueness in itself. Like what is going to come? What is the environment? Who are the people? I have to make new friends. I have to do all of this. And I think so many people are held back by this. And it's because of past experiences, right? It's because of what they've been through.
Yeah, exactly.
And so,
you said it perfectly.
Right. And so what is something that you can give to someone right now you feel like would be able to get them past that settlement in their life, get them past that comfortable feeling, and going out there and taking the next step?
It's funny because comfortable to me is a couple different meanings. You could be comfortable on your couch, or you can just know, hey, this is what's going on this week. I'm comfortable knowing what's going on this week.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable knowing all my bills are going to get paid. I'm comfortable knowing that, it can go on forever and ever. But I would say get out of that comfortable range and don't get in an uncomfortable range, but get in a range where you're passionate about 100% passionate about doing what you want to do, whether it involves money or not. Just do what you think is right and what you love to do every day.
Gut feeling, right?
Yes.
Fucking go all in. By
Go
the way,
all in.
I curse on here, Dylan.
Yes.
Just want to let you know I fucking curse.
That's okay. I might every once in a while.
So just going out there and doing.
Yes.
Imagine if people did that every single day. Imagine, and I'm sorry for the sirens if it's popping up on the mic, but imagine if everyone around us just took that next step in their life. How successful we would be. How successful they would be. How successful everyone would be. I feel like we actually hold ourselves back because we don't create other people around us as well, because we're not creating ourselves. And talk to me.
I agree. I agree.
I
I think a lot of people get caught up in they're afraid of what, like you said, their mom might think or their brother might think, or they're afraid of, what their best friend might think, because, they have a passion inside them that somebody, like everybody used to be like, oh, you going to the gym again? You're gonna get huge?
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be a great career at 21 years old. Are you ever gonna go to college? And I'd just be like, hey, I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah. And that's the fucking truth, man.
Yeah.
I started bodyweight training from playing collegiate football. I want to go to the NFL. Imagine if I told someone, I was like, I'm not going to pursue the NFL. Fuck the NFL. I'm going to go do bodyweight training. I'm going to go grab a pull-up, or I'm going to go play on playgrounds.
But that would have been the safer route for you to just be like, hey, I'm going to go to the NFL because I get a guaranteed paycheck.
Right. But money's not the option for me. It's a lot more. So I want to ask you something. What's one thing in your life that you're passionate about, but you're not engaging in or you're not doing?
One thing I'm passionate about and I'm not doing, something I've never done before, would be surfing. I've always wanted to know what it was like to surf, and I did a little bit of body surfing growing up, and my dad lived in California, and I got a taste of it, but I still go on my social media and I just look at all the surfing. I just think that would have been an amazing life to live.
And so why don't you go try it out?
Well, I'm still going to go try it out. I just haven't done it.
When? How long have you been wanting to do this, Dylan?
For about 10 years. I've been really wanting to go surf.
So I'm going to stand for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to challenge you by a certain date after this podcast.
Okay.
To book a trip to go to California and surf.
Okay.
Because I think that's so, so important. We live a life that is like, we're like in a box.
Right.
And we don't go outside of the box because we kind of either don't know what's there, or we feel like there's too many, there's maybe other boxes that are enclosing us in that we can't really get out of the box.
Right.
It's like we create all of these expectations in our own lives and assumptions that, oh, this is why not, this is why not, this isn't the right timing, whatever. What if the timing's now? What if it's always the right time? What if life is always in our favor? You know what I mean?
Right. It's crazy because I just recently been to Maui. I go to San Diego a couple times a year, and I sit on the beach and go, boy, should I go out there and try it? And I never do it.
Dude.
I've got a paddleboard, so I've gotten close. I've got on my paddleboard and done some paddle surfing. So
I'm serious, man. Like, that's something that just go.
Let's go.
Just fucking go.
Have you done it?
Yeah, of course I've
awesome?
surfed. It's incredible.
Really?
It's incredible. You're on a wave. You're riding on a wave. It's like, it's next level. When you can experience all of nature, and I think people are afraid of nature.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
Oh gosh, is that bush, does it have like a little bit of poison ivy on it?
Right.
Or like, or like, oh my gosh, I can't be barefoot outside. Why not?
Right.
Who said you have to wash an apple before you eat it? Like, it's actually sometimes better for your digestive system.
Yeah. Get a little dirt in, build that immune system up.
Yeah, right. So, okay, surfing. That's number one.
Number one.
What else, man?
Right now, more than anything I like to do is I like to save my money and travel. And I'd urge anybody to travel. I've been lucky to go to Australia. I've been to Mexico. I have never been over to Europe, but I've been to a lot of the great places here in the United States, and everything has a different experience. And the great thing about this is I've traveled to most of these places by myself and just got to experience them the way I wanted to, wake up in the morning when I want to, go to where I want to go to, and I wouldn't want to do it any other way.
Right.
Because I got to see what I want to do. I got to do what I want to do. And it was just a great experience to just sit there sometimes and not worry about what somebody else wants to do or what you need to do, and just soak it in.
Just soak it in.
Soak it in.
That should be like a quote on my wall when I wake up. Just like right when I wake up, I look up and I'm like, just soak it in, Brendan.
Just soak it in.
Just fucking soak it in. Like, I don't think we truly soak in anything around us.
Because there's always somewhere you get to California. What do you got to do? Oh, you got to get to your favorite shopping mall, or you got to get to your favorite beach.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's just sit there and people watch and just soak in everything.
Right. And how do we even soak it in? Tell us, like, what are some suggestions to soak in what we have around us?
Sometimes like
Appreciation, right?
appreciation. Yes,
So
appreciation.
how do we appreciate things? How do we do that with people around us, with the relationships, with when we go to a different city? How do we do that, Dylan?
Well, you can see a lot in a city. You can look anywhere in any city and see, okay, there might be somebody homeless sitting on the street. There's your appreciation. Boy, I'm glad I'm not there, you know.
Wow.
Or you just never know. That's where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Or you see somebody walking by in a $5,000 suit, and you can be like, you know, oh, that's something I'd aspire to maybe wear one day. Or, you know, there's so many different walks of life out there. There's so many different things that you can just soak in and go, wow, this is really cool. And they all bump shoulders and cross paths.
That's
during the
gold.
day. Yes.
That's gold, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So what is one place that you would like to go to today to experience and really soak in and find appreciation in?
I'd like to go over to Asia, Thailand. A very spiritual, you know, thinking person, and about, you know, just the energy of people and the way things feel when you go places. So I really like the Asian culture, to where, you know, they're all about healing with proper, you know, medicines, and they're really about meditation.
The holistic approach.
Just
maybe, maybe we don't need to take all this bullshit drugs and
Yeah.
shit to fuck up our bodies
Exactly.
for once.
And
Oh,
you know,
man.
they're really about what we just talked about, you know, just living life by soaking in what's around you.
Exactly. And on the screen right now, I just want to, if you're on YouTube,
Yeah.
like if you look at this picture of Thailand,
Right.
why not travel? Why not travel? Why not get out of your comfort zone and experience something? Because guess what? And this is what I say to everyone. Literally, your future could be somewhere else.
Yep.
It could be in that one person that you talk to on the side of the road in Thailand. You could go to a local bar, and it just so happens that someone just like you that owns a business or is doing this or that is like, hey, I have an opportunity. I need a videographer, or hey, I need this or I need that, or hey, do you want to, I live in Ohio. Well, I live in Ohio. You know, like, we don't even know.
Right. And, you know, Brendan, I think we all are born with a destiny. We all have somewhere to go. And a lot of that map for your destinies in your head. And if maybe one of those, your destiny is you wanting to go somewhere, and that's to complete your destiny. You may never complete your destiny if you don't listen to what's inside your head.
Right. And we actually tell ourselves whatever we want to hear in our minds, right? And so with that destiny, we can also shift that destiny because of the way we think every single day.
Yeah, totally.
And that's that can be kind of scary sometimes, right?
It could be scary either way. It could be scary not to go and not see what, you know, your life could have been, or you could play it safe and be like, oh, I don't want to go. That could be scary going there, you know? So play it either way you want.
There's a lot of nuggets in this podcast. Like, everyone definitely needs to go check out the pro gym at Armbrust. Now, I want to shift the subject.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shift it. And I ask this on every podcast. If there was 3 specific people that you could sit down with at a dinner table in the evening, who would they be? Any 3 people in this world at the same time. It's you and 3 other people.
Yeah. The first person to be sitting right there would be Ronald Reagan. Second would be Arnold Schwarzenegger. And probably like somebody like a Tony Robbins or a Donald Trump.
So what that tells me, this is interesting because you can always find out who someone is from that.
Okay.
So you want to get into the mind. You're an analyzer. You analyze,
Yes.
but you're also strategic.
Yes.
And you want to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
You're a world changer.
Mm-hmm.
You like to bring change and transformation to people's lives, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so when you talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger, you love bodybuilding, right?
Love bodybuilding.
But
And
more
what
than
I
that,
love
tell
more
me.
than that is what he's done with it.
Exactly.
Yes.
A transformer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Ronald Reagan.
Yes.
He was a leader in he came with a peaceful
Yeah. He was
mindset.
He was that kind of leader that was like, you know, you're like, I want to be on his side. You know?
Yeah.
When he spoke, it was like you listened, and you know, he did just some amazing things. And I grew up in the '80s when the height of the Cold War, and it was a scary time. So, you know, you watch your news and, you know, you'd hear them, Russia's shipping missiles into this zone.
Yeah.
You know, Ronald Reagan's doing this. So, you know, it was a good time in the 80s, but the scary part of the 80s was the Cold War. So it was, you know, when he kind of ended all that, it was kind of like he was the hero for a lot of us back then.
Wow. So Ronald Reagan,
Yep.
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Mm-hmm.
and then Donald Trump.
Yeah. Now, I know a lot of people probably say something like, hey, you know, this guy's this or that, but it's like, look at the adversity he's got
Created.
a country to run, and he's just getting beat to shit,
Yeah.
and he's still doing it. And it's like, you know, how do you have that clear focus and doing what you want to do when you got half the United States, half the world hating on you?
Dude,
Because
gold.
when I am focused on doing something and I got other stuff going on and it's coming at me, it's stressful. So I couldn't imagine his shoes. And I would just like to know, because that's how winners and leaders
Are made.
with that focus.
When tough shit hits you,
Yes,
how do you fucking react?
exactly.
When tough shit smacks you upside the head during the point of you're at the peak,
Yeah.
you have the flag and you're
Yeah.
putting it into the ground, and right when you're about to put it into the ground,
Yeah.
a big gust of wind just blows the flag out of your hand, and you fly down the hill. What do you do? How do you react?
And this, trust me, this has nothing to do with like politically views. This just has to do with, look what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's getting shit done.
And it's true. So, you know, I'm not someone that, I'm not political.
No.
I'm not like, I actually think that government kind of holds us back in certain ways.
Yes.
But I also believe in every person that I meet, every person that I see.
Mm-hmm.
Even people that do horrible things, I believe that there's good inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump was born a joyful baby,
As we all were.
as we all were.
Mm-hmm.
And how did we get someone's attention? We cried. Maybe Donald Trump is crying a little bit. No.
He cries a lot.
Yeah, cries a lot. But the truth is that there's always good in someone.
Mm-hmm.
And so just like you brought up Donald Trump, you brought up Arnold Schwarzenegger, you brought up Ronald Reagan, all these three people, and it encompasses so much. How do you find the good in someone else? When someone maybe treats you a certain way or makes you feel a certain way, like, how do you find the good in them? How do you go about reacting to that person?
It's tough because I've been in, situations with people, whether it's a business relationship, it could be a romantic relationship.
Right.
And you know when it's going to end, you know that it's not good. And what usually fights you from going to that end is you're seeing the little bit of good in them. You're like, well, they do have this or
Right.
they have that. So you always hold on to that good, so it's like, but you understand that it may not be right for the situation. So
Right. And so one thing that I actually tell a lot of people is, hey, someone might do you wrong once,
Mhm.
but give them another chance. They might do you wrong a second time.
Mhm.
Give them another chance.
Right.
If they do you wrong another time, it's really shame on you.
Yeah.
Because if someone's doing that to you so many times, what is it? Why? Like, is it you? Are you bringing that energy back into, is that who you're attracting around in your life?
That's a good question too, because I think a lot of times with what we do is we want to get to a next step in our life, and we think maybe it might be easier with a partner or a person. And we need to really put the burden on ourselves more and go, hey, if you really want to get through this, just depend on yourself. And if don't think you need to use anybody or attach onto somebody to get where you need to be, because I think sometimes that's what happens.
Dude, that's gold, man. You know why it's gold? Because I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been dependent on a relationship.
Yep, we all have.
I've been dependent on a woman that I loved so much, and I didn't even know I was dependent on them. And sometimes you don't see it because you're stuck at the 1 yard line.
Mm-hmm.
You're stuck at the 1 yard line, and you can't get to that touchdown area because you're not able to see the whole scope of it. You're not able to see from sideline to sideline and everything that's there.
Yes. So And I've only come up with that answer because I've been there too, more than once, more than twice. So, and it's,
Relationships,
you come back,
marriage,
whether their relationship, their business, their friends, it's like, you started hanging out with somebody to because you thought what they did was interesting, or you hooked up with a girl because, you thought, oh, she's a bodybuilder too. Well,
yeah.
But
It's like
doing it all for the wrong reasons. You need to do that for just genuine, like you really feel it, and sometimes you do it because you got a picture in your head of some way your life should be, and it's not really what you want.
So why did you build the gym?
I built the gym because I always wanted to have a gym, and it happened to be in 2008 when the market crashed that the owner of the gym I work out in came and asked if I was interested in taking it over because he was financially not really there to do it anymore. The market just crashed. It was horrible. And of course, I'm like, I don't think nothing of the market crash. I'm
right.
like, shit, I can have a gym. This is going to be great.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah. And then you took the next step and you didn't even think twice about it. You know why? Because it was your passion.
Right. It was passion.
It was your passion.
Yep.
And it was a quote unquote passion project.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always going to be a passion project.
Always.
And that's the way we get to scope our lives. Mm-hmm. That's the way we get to show up for ourselves.
Yes.
As a passion project.
Yep.
The friends around us, this is all a part of the passion project.
Yep. So I got it and I was like, I'm going to make this the best gym ever for me and my friends to come and work out in. This is going to be great. And, I never even thought about having over 1,600 members. I never thought of, Armbrust Pro Gym. I just thought of, we're going to have a badass gym to train at, guys.
You didn't think you were going to have an Olympia winner.
No.
Year after year after year after year after year training in your gym. You didn't expect to have all these different people. And then on top of it, if you've watched the CreateU experience on YouTube and everything, on top of that, you know what's most interesting about this? You still train people. You still fucking train people.
Yep.
This is how I know that your vision is so true. This is how I know you're on the path that you've always wanted to in your entire life. You have kids. You have relationships around you with people in the gym. When you go to that gym, do you feel at home?
I feel right at home. I love it. I leave every night, honestly, and this is no joke. I walk out to my truck now, and I'm like, man, I'm tired. I'm going to go home. I'm going to chill, but I did what I love today. Look at this place. I own this place. It's great. I can't wait to come back tomorrow. Just what a great day. I'm not saying I don't have bad days, but it's not because of my business. It's not because I have to go to work. It's because maybe something happened or something. But at the end of the day, I'm one of the very grateful ones.
But and that's a shame that you're only one of the grateful ones.
Yes, it is a shame because we were talking before, everybody has something in them to bring out. They just got to find it.
Find it. Mm-hmm. Where is it inside of them? Mm-hmm. You know where I believe it's at? It's at the most uncomfortable place in their life. It's in that relationship that they're in and they're stuck in. Mm-hmm. It's in the mom that they never were able to say, I love you, when they felt like there was so much resistance.
Yes.
It's the dad that they didn't have in their life that they wanted to call their best friend. Mm-hmm. It's the brother that bullied them, me. Yeah. It's the friends that when you walked in and you rose your hand and you said something and you were so excited about it that you were shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
That's where our visions and our passions lie.
Yeah, they definitely lie behind the most uncomfortable places. I agree with you 110% because everything I've had to deal with that was the most uncomfortable in my life, and one of them was divorcing my wife, who I started the gym with, and the other was getting rid of having a business partner split. Yeah. Those were the hardest things to do, but they had the most rewarding after them.
Why?
Because there are things that were going to take a lot of work and a lot of probably pain and suffering to deal with.
Yeah.
Once you deal with pain and suffering and get it behind you, it opens the door to possibilities.
Right. And it all comes down to recognizing it.
Yes.
Because if we don't recognize these things, how will we ever be able to bust through something? How will we ever be able to take that next step and say, hey, this is actually where I need to go. This is actually what I want to do. This is actually like toxic. This is, and I say this with a couple of my past relationships. Like, it was great. They were incredible stepping stones. Like, if it wasn't for my ex-girlfriend, her name's Lexi. If it wasn't for her, I don't know if I would be exactly where I am today. It was one of the most incredible blessings I've ever had in my entire life. And that's how we get to look at every situation, every person that we're in talks with, every person that we're business partners with. I've been through breakups with businesses.
Yeah. But the thing is, when they're there sitting in front of you, that's basically all you think about, right?
Yep.
And it takes away from that openness of like, wow, I got the whole world to do whatever I want. I can go visit this place. I can start this business. I can do this. And you don't have that, oh, I got this problem. Oh, I got this problem. So when you have those issues, you need to really like not be afraid of them, get through them, and deal with them and get them behind you.
That's, oh man,
Yeah.
I live by that.
Yes.
Like, but here's the hardest part is that when you're in this situation, maybe it's the relationship or whatever, because actually life is relationship, right?
Yes.
Life is relationship. You're in a relationship with your food. You're in a relationship with your friend. You're in a relationship with your mom. You're in a relationship with your bed.
And yourself.
And yourself. I was about to get to that. Great.
Sorry.
The fucking man. Dylan, bro, the philosophical pro gym owner coming out and just like finishing it. No, I love that. And here's the thing. This is what I actually want to touch on. Is when you need to like step back and you need to look at it from a different point of view, or you need to look at the situation, or you need to take a microphone. What is it?
Telescope.
Microscope. Microscope. Yeah. Smart guy too. That's fucking smart. Shit. This man's smart. But when you need to look at it from that perspective, like from a different angle, what's something that you could recommend? What's a strategy that you could recommend? For me, like, I'll just give you an example. For me, I think yoga practice. Going and doing yoga, calming your mind down through yoga, and going through like calm breath work and everything that encompasses yoga is just unique. It's different. Yeah. So like, what is a recommendation from you?
My it's very similar because it's mental, but I get a good book, something that's going to, empower me, something that's going to motivate me, and something that's going to basically say, you know what, hey, it's time to kick some ass and get shit done.
And then you also need people around you that do the same thing.
Yes.
So if the people around you aren't on the same wavelength as you, do you think that maybe you're settling?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes. If you're around stagnant people, you will be stagnant, and there's no doubt about it.
Right. And the reason why people read so many books, business owners and CEOs and like successful people in just regular like intimate relationships, and then also there's different types of intimacy, right, with businesses and stuff, is because they don't just read books just to read them. They're working towards a purpose. There's something to it. There's something that they want to discover. So what's one thing that you've always wanted to discover within yourself, Dylan?
I want to discover like where that energy is inside me that you have. It's just like, let's just go kick the world's ass.
And you know what, man? It is in you.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can help me find
We'll already know where it is.
Right.
Where did you say your dad was in your life?
My dad lives in California. He's still around. He comes out like once a summer for a couple of weeks. He'll stay with us, but we didn't grow up very close, but we still, very much love my father, but just never saw much of him growing up except for like once a year.
Okay, and then you had a relationship with your mom, right? She was, you said, you already talked about that. And your other family members, so your siblings, who are they?
My oldest sister, who she just lives in Golden, so she's like 10 minutes from me. And she's married with a child.
She your best friend?
No.
She's not?
No. We're friends. We get along. We're civil. All my brothers and sisters I'm civil with. I could tell you right now, I don't have a best friend.
You don't have a best friend?
I have a lot of friends. And, not a lot, but I got some group of friends. But I'm not the kind of guy that goes, hey, I got a free night. Let's go out.
Why not?
I like to do stuff by myself. I just like to be alone. I'm okay being alone. I like to hang out with friends every so often and stuff, but I'm really I'm more of a chill, just laid back kind of person, and kind of just, know what I'm gonna get.
Okay.
Myself.
And so let's tap into this.
Okay.
This is the juicy shit.
The juicy shit.
This is the juicy shit. This is what I love, man.
Yeah.
How I love this shit. So let me ask you, the brothers and the sisters, who are they? Like, how do they act? Like, are they more outspoken than you? Tell me.
No, they're just, they're kind of, my sister, she does nails. She's just kind of, she does her own thing. They like to, party on the weekends, kind of like your typical American, work all week, party on the weekends. And, that's my sister. My younger brother right underneath me, he's got 2 boys, great athletes, baseball players. He's married, and, he does a lot of traveling with them on their baseball and stuff. And then my youngest brother, he's married also, but no kids, and he works for the water company. So they all just kind of 9-to-5 jobs, and they have good families, and they seem very happy with their lives.
And how was your mom? Ever outspoken?
My mom was like a partier. she never, just kind of kept to herself, but no, not very. None of us are really all that outspoken.
So check this out. And this is very interesting. Because I have a lot of energy, right?
Yes.
My dad has a lot of energy, but it's very, he's also an introvert. He likes to do things on his own a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, she's outspoken, but to a certain extent. I've done a lot of work on myself. And I've learned that actually sometimes I'm the opposite of what my parents are in many ways. And so your mom was a partier.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like to go out too much.
No.
She probably expressed herself in a way that wasn't healthy for her, but she wanted to express herself.
Probably, yeah.
And she wasn't the best on her own, right?
Probably, yeah. You're nailing the nail on the head.
Right. So now let's look at you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the opposite.
Kind of, yeah.
Because that may have been a little bit extreme for you.
Right.
It was like, whoa, I want nothing to do with that. I don't want any of that part. Like, that's too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's, oh shit, when that
Right.
comes to be.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a little bit of, and this is actually a curiosity, do you have a little bit of anxiety when you go to a party?
I do. I don't like big crowds of people. And, unless I'm in my realm, like I can handle big crowds of people if I know who they are. But going into like a nightclub or like a big conference, actually I just went to equipment show thing, and there was a lot of people there, and I was okay with that just because I was fascinated with all the gym equipment.
Right.
But yeah, I don't do well with crowds. Not at
So
all.
it's the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my experience. Do you mind if I share?
Yeah, I'd love to.
So this is my experience of you, is that you're inspired by my energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're also talking to everyone else saying, hey, go out and do you, like, get uncomfortable, do what you got, like, really step out of your box.
Yes.
But you did the opposite of your mom,
Mm-hmm.
but you went, it's like a spectrum. It's like a 0 and 100. You saw 100 and you said, let's go to a 0, or as close to a 0 as possible.
Right.
But what if there is a middle ground? And what if it is in you a lot more than you see it? Because I see it.
I'm sure there's something there, and I gotta find it. I got some answers for some people out there, but I got a lot of answers to figure out myself, and I know one of them is confidence for sure. Because even as a bodybuilder, I never thought I was that great. Now I look back at my pictures and I'm like, Jesus Christ, who is this guy? He's fucking huge,
So
that
this
was me,
man. This is what I challenge you to do.
Mm.
It's gonna be a challenge. Every single day, I want you to get out of the gym and go talk to someone completely new, completely different, someone you've never talked to before, and get to know them. Even if it's a 5-minute conversation, just ask them questions, get to know them, get outside of your comfort box, or go to an event, sign up for an event, go to go to a salsa class.
Salsa class.
I'm going to do salsa. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we're going to do, yeah.
I did some salsa lessons.
So like, but get out there and speak up and get uncomfortable.
That'll be the hard part for me.
And that's the beautiful part in you.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, dude, I've spent the day with you and I've learned so much already about how to run a gym and how to show up for my members.
Right.
take that passion that you have for bodybuilding and take that passion that you have for your gym and bring it to other people through relationship.
Right.
People that you don't even know. Because I have several like very close friends, best friends. And it's because I feel it. I feel the love. I feel the passion in all of them. And you get to do the same.
Right.
And you get to go surf. You get to do whatever the hell you want to do because you want to do it. And that's the self-discovery that you may be looking for.
Right.
Do you drink alcohol?
Occasionally, like usually every weekend, but I don't like get drunk. I'll have like a few drinks and that's it.
Right. And that's great. So you drink a little bit socially.
Yes.
That's completely fine. Is there anything that you like, you're a hard no on? Any foods, anything? Anything like any events or like anything you're a hard no on?
No, I say try everything at least once.
Great. And that's what I wanted you to say.
Yes.
Try everything at least once. And you just said it.
Yep.
So how about you try something every single day just once with relationships?
That's probably where I need to go. So,
Well,
you know, I didn't even thought about that until you said something.
Yeah, so your word's your world, right? You keep
Yeah.
on saying, I need to. Yeah, I should. I want to, or I need to, I should. These are all words that are like a possibility. There's a possibility, but when you create this possibility with those specific words, it's almost like you have a string that's holding on to you. It's like, oh, I don't want to let you go. So how about I get to, I am, I will. So you even have the opportunity to go out and talk to people. We live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, right? That's what they say. We literally live in the free.
We do. We got it pretty good here.
Yeah. And so you don't have to pay to go anywhere to go talk to someone.
Not yet.
Not yet, right? Yeah, right? No, people are going to start paying you to go after this podcast.
Right.
But CreateU, man. This is what CreateU is all about.
Right.
CreateU. And it starts with yourself and something that you know without a doubt you get to do.
Right.
And anyone that's watching, anyone that's listening, go.
I say go.
Just fucking go.
Yeah.
What if?
You were talking earlier how you went to Australia and, you know, I did that trip and I did that trip all by myself and it was,
Beautiful, right?
it was a learning experience, especially when I got there and realized they drive on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah.
I rented a car for the week.
Yeah, I almost ran into I freaked out. I was like, oh shoot, what's going on? What's going on? Slow down.
Yeah, that was an experience there.
So what if, you know, you said you're comfortable with traveling on your own, you like to travel on your own. What if you went with someone that meant a lot to you?
Yeah. I actually planned a trip this summer for my son and I to go on a trip together for a week.
Amen.
And I'm really looking forward to that. Just us hanging out and just doing our thing. And it's a week in Florida, so.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're going to Florida. No, I'm from Florida, man. It's a beautiful place, but that's the type of thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
But even more than that, if you were to take someone like a woman,
Yeah.
like if you're in a relationship with someone,
Yeah.
I challenge you, man, to do it.
Yeah.
Because
and I've done that.
you have?
Yeah, I've gone on,
Around the world?
Yeah, I've gone on some cruises. You know, when I went to Maui, I went with a girlfriend that I'm dating. and
Oh,
stuff
awesome,
like
man.
that.
That's great. So you're already doing it. So
I'm doing stuff, yeah.
great. So then, hey, if anyone's listening right now and you're not doing it, listen to what Dylan's doing.
Yeah, travel. That's living because you just never know what you're going to get. And then you kind of get used to the unexpected and you almost really like it. You know, the unexpected.
The
is kinda
unexpected
cool.
you like.
I like the unexpected.
So I want to close now
Mm-hmm.
and really wrap up this whole thing because we talked about a lot.
Right.
We really dove into a little bit more of your personal story. You built the gym. What did it take from you? What type of ways of being? Like, did it take consistency? Did it take persistence? What do you see as the keys to building something and bringing it to life and going all in?
I'd say if you're going to go all in and go in for the long term. I see too many people saying, I'm going to start this and I'm going to sell it for $1 million and whatever. But it's like, you know, and I guess you can do that nowadays with the tech world, you know, but just take something and go all in that you know, you think you can picture yourself 10 years down the line being still all in, because that's what I did, and I didn't even mean to. I just had a chance, and I took it because that was my passion, and here I am, you know, 12 years later. So that would be mine. Just go all in.
Just go all in.
Go all in.
So you heard it. You saw it. When you go all in, you build something incredible. You might go through lawsuits. You might go through different types of pains. You might go through losses. You lost your mom.
Yep.
But she holds a special place in your heart.
You're going to go through all that anyway.
Yeah, you're going to go through it.
Anyway.
Fucking gold. You're going to go through it anyway. So just why not?
So why not go through all that shit while you're doing what your passion is, and you're all in.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So everyone, where can everyone find you? Like what?
Well, Armbrust Pro Gym, you know, in Wheat Ridge, 4240 Kipling Street. We have Armbrust Pro Gym Facebook, and we have Armbrust Pro Gym Instagram. So you can find us on both of those, and we'd love to have you check out our pages.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's inspiring that you train people still, and you have this gym, and you want to go to the beach and surf, and you're going somewhere with your son, and you love to travel the world, and you love all these different things, and you know what you get to work on now.
Yep, I'm going to go find somebody to talk to.
Exactly.
It's totally strange.
So go do it. If you're listening or watching this, go do the same fucking thing. Go all in on your life. Create you. That's what it's all about. And when you create you create other people around you. It's your vision we're talking. Go all in, because it may not be here forever. It's not going to be here forever. But the way it will be here forever is if you do go all in, you don't give it 90%, you give it 100%, and you leave a legacy. And you leave something that's long lasting, because guess what, Dylan? When you pass, one day you're going to pass, one day I'm going to pass, people are going to remember Armbrust Pro Gym.
Right. I think about that.
Exactly. And so leave a legacy today. Stand up. Don't settle. Stop being so comfortable and make your vision come to life. So thank you, everyone, for listening. Again, we are on everywhere. We're on all audio platforms and here on YouTube. Dylan, thank you so much for coming in, man. You're an absolute inspiration, and it's inspiring to sit next to someone at this caliber and share the mic with.
It's likewise. I appreciate that.
Thank you. So everyone, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on the CreateU Experience.
I fell down, got up, I'm unbreakable. Anything in my way, I'm a break.